Part of Chinese youth delegation, there are 14 of us who came to this conference. And this is a tradition that started in Copenhagen, that Chinese youth is participating in the UNFCCC process. And what we're doing is we're starting with a lot of initiatives and communicating with youth from different countries, as well as learning about the negotiation process to try to both learn more as much as possible about the policy process and start initiatives from the civil society level to collaborate and to improve and promote youth to do more to address climate change.
And what have you learned about the policy process so far? Is it just very, very complicated?
Oh, I think it's quite okay. I have been participating in the COP17. So I have learned when I was only a sophomore in high school. Last time I was only 17. So this year I'm already being a university student, and I have learned a lot more about environmental knowledge. So I think it's good.
And how important do you guys think it is that a country of the size and importance of China has a youth delegation like you going out there and interacting with other delegations and putting across your message?
That's a good question. So, do you want to answer?
We definitely think it's very important, and we are starting a lot of initiatives to talk with different youth. And COP15 was the first time that Chinese youth actually organized themselves to participate in this process. And we believe that China is making a lot of efforts domestically, and we as Chinese youth are also making a lot of efforts and taking a lot of actions. And we want our voices heard at this conference.
And Mai Ling, what do you think many Chinese youth think about climate change at the moment? Is it at the top of their agenda? It is something that they think about a lot?
Yes, because based on my experience, I was studying in Japan last year. And I experienced the earthquake in March. And this kind of experience impressed me a lot because of the death, and especially the young people that's in the earthquake. So I think China young people learn a lot of these kind of environmental problems, including the climate change. And I'm also interested in the communication of those delegates attending this conference. I think the communication between that build a bridge between people and people. And people can understand more about the position of other countries, especially from small-sized countries.
And guys, you've been telling me about a project you're working on, 2012 Plus. Would one of you, perhaps your colleague, like to tell us a bit more about that and what you've been up to?
Okay. 2012 Plus project is aiming at building a platform for all youth organizations in China to take action on sustainable development and also on climate change. And we will collect all efforts of our youth and report it on Rio Plus 20 conference in Brazil. This project has 4 main pillars. The first is green education, the second is youth participation, and third is international participation. That is why we are here in Durban. And the last pillar is academic research. We are now running a project called Green Campus to reduce carbon emission on campus. So that's all about 2012 Plus project. Yeah.
That sounds a fantastic project. And finally, I know you guys are meeting a delegation on Sunday for the first time. What's your message going to be to your negotiators and diplomats when you meet them on Sunday?
I think as youth delegates, we're really here to remind the policymakers what we're here to talking about, because we're the youth and the future generation. We're facing what is going to happen to the earth. So our message as youth is the same aligned with a lot of youth from other countries, is to pressure our policymakers to really make the fair, legally binding and ambitious agreement, and to have as better as the outcome as possible at Cancun.
So we think that is not only save our future and our later generations' future, that is also save themselves' future. So I think they should do some work.
I think we have a few future world leaders on the stage. Congratulations.
Thank you.